Are you suggesting then that Preet Bharara, who's the chief prosecutor in this case, to try and score domestic brownie points, actually set this up because there have been several...
I don't even take him seriously. It's not my job to respond to someone who has a prosecutor's office in the US. It's my job to deal with and to respond only to the State Department, which is what I will do. I think that's the appropriate thing to do. That is the correct thing to do, and that's the decent thing to do.
There's been a lot of anger amongst the officials from the Foreign Service. We were at the lunch which you threw at Hyderabad House. Everyone's just seething with rage in a manner that we haven't seen. It almost seems as if you knew that this problem could happen. This has been building up for months, and yet nobody in the External Affairs Ministry acted in a way that would prevent this crisis from blowing up in the face.
I think that's an unfair that's an unfair reading. There is an issue, there is a problem. We've been trying to deal with this problem, and I think it's not just for us, but it's for other countries as well. There are different standards of living, different labor laws, different possibilities, and we need to get around them, or we need to get the US to agree to some adjustment bilaterally, and this has all been in the process. And while you're talking at different levels, you don't expect that somebody will throw a spanner in the works. This was, after all, not anything by the nature of a bank robbery or a terrorist action. I mean, if there was non-compliance and there was serious concern about non-compliance of labor laws, we could simply have been told that this is not acceptable, please take your diplomat back. That's how we do it. That's how civilized countries work. So I don't think...
Why do you think it didn't work in the proper fashion? Why do you think a cavity search, a pat down, it actually led to all of this with our diplomat being put into a prison with common inmates?
Well, it's good that it happened to us rather than to a smaller country that could not have raised its voice. Much as we've suffered and much as we feel agonized about what has happened to one of our own people, and a talented one in that, at least she's in a position to be able to say that her country, which has clout and which has muscle, can stand by her and make a difference. Whatever she has lost in terms of personal dignity, we cannot restore, we cannot reverse things and go back in time. But I hope that we will be able to compensate it in a manner that will give her satisfaction that she...
What have you promised? Have you spoken to the diplomat yourself, sir?
I haven't, but we are in touch with her.